Paul George has been suspended for 25 games for taking drugs. And honestly, I don't really care about that. I'm not exactly the biggest Paul George fan in the world. What I do care about is what comes from this suspension, because basketball wise, this might be the best thing that can happen for the 76ers. It's unfortunate for Paul George, sure, but when you really think about it, he's still rich and it's just a game. He's gonna be perfectly fine. I smoke every day. I don't judge him. But hoops, I'll keep it a bean. There's better players on that roster, and one of them hasn't been getting what he deserves. The Sixers pay Paul George a lot of money. I think he makes like $49 million a year or some shit like that, or like, it's something crazy. But he gets a ton of money, so they have to play him. Like, not because he's been great, but you spend the majority of your money on 3 guys, so you kind of feel forced to play them. And it's been a disservice to the team. They're the 6th seed. It's very average. Now that he's suspended though, the Sixers can actually focus on playing their best players. And when your best player's on the floor, the best outcome is usually what happens. This suspension opens up a lot of minutes. And the guy who benefits the most is someone who plays the game the right way. High IQ, fundamentally sound, and high effort. That plays defense as well. He plays within the flow of the game, and he's not chasing shots. He's not forcing anything crazy. He doesn't have to prove he's a star by trying to get some ISOs. He's just hooping. Whatever the game gives him, he takes it. That player is Quentin Grimes. Paul George has been incredibly average, but Quentin Grimes, he's not average at all. He deserves 30 plus minutes a night, easily. The problem is the Sixers have a lot of guards, and a few overpaid guards. You can't give everyone 30 minutes every game, and realistically, you're not benching your second highest paid player, or third, whatever Paul George is, even if where he belongs is on the bench. So instead, you play him, try to get his trade value up, and then your future guys that are waiting their turn right now, that's when their turn is. Grimes is a move for the future. Paul George, you're spending all your money on him right now, might as well use him right now. Grimes has elite ball handling, a high basketball IQ, tough defense. He's really the full package. And he's not selfish either. Everything he does is within the flow of the game, and he makes the right plays, the right reads, consistently. He doesn't try to take over the game unless the game calls for it. But when the game calls for it, he absolutely can take over a game and carry a team. It just hasn't been necessary. He's playing next to Maxey, Embiid, and Paul George. And all the shine goes there because that's where the money goes. Even as a role player though, Grimes is elite. Everything he does impacts winning. So you would want that on the court as much as possible, right? Doesn't always work like that. I've listened to Paul George talk on his podcast, and I've seen him play for years. So I understand him better now as a complete person. Honestly, matching his game with his personality, I wouldn't want him on my team. Grimes fits with what winning basketball is and looks like right now in the current NBA. If you ask me, these next 25 games without Paul George are going to make that very obvious. So in my opinion, this is the best thing that can happen to the Sixers organization. It's unfortunate for Paul George, but it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, like I said, it's basketball. It's just a game. And in this game, the minutes are going to go to a player that's better at the game. So these minutes are going to tell the truth. It's Grimes' time to shine. And bright, he will shine. Let me know what you think though. How do you feel about this Paul George suspension? Do you also think this is the best thing that can happen for the Sixers? Or do you think Paul George suspension is going to hurt the team? Let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate it as always. And thanks for watching. My name is Mata. Peace.